So I did take a Shakespeare course. I was an English major in my undergrad years, and then I was a business major, and then I was an education major in subsequent degree tiers. Okay, so I learned something from each degree concentration. I only took one. It was quarters back then at the Ohio State University. Then they had to switch to semesters like everybody else. We got to be like the rest of the world. We're not going to be on quarters anymore. We're going to be on semesters. But back then it was quarters, so I did take a quarter of Shakespeare from a lady who was very interesting. She actually had been a member of, I believe, the U.S. Navy. She was definitely in the U.S. military. And she talked about having been stationed in the Philippines and being a part of stamping out corruption, because servicemen really say that the higher ups were somehow participating in the exploitation of Filipino women. That's all I can tell you. It was a difficult time because it was the good old boy network, and they didn't want to be exposed. This was post-World War II. It was wrong what they were doing. We came to liberate. We did not come to enslave. All right, so I remember that Shakespeare course, and I wrote a paper, and I was so enthralled by Shakespeare, I thought it reminds me so much of the Bible, some of the great soliloquies or monologues of the Bible, and this is one of them. And the teacher was like, well, I'm not really sure that we can really equate, everything that Shakespeare said with the New Testament, but then I'm a religious fanatic, so I saw Jesus and everything. But let me read this eloquent speech authored by Paul. Paul's use of his freedom. Though I am free and belong to no one, I have made myself a slave to everyone to win as many as possible. To the Jews I became like a Jew to win the Jews. To those under the law I became like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law, so as to win those under the law. To those not having the law I became like one not having the law, though I am not free from God's law, but am under Christ's law, so as to win those not having the law. To the weak I became weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all people, so that by all possible means I might save some. I do all this for the sake of the gospel, that I may share in its blessings. Amen.